Welcome to Wicked Housewives on Cape Cod, Living the Dream, a show that celebrates ordinary people who do extraordinary things. Hear what motivated them to attain their goals, see which circumstances molded their character and turned them into everyday heroes. Learn more about this show and the hosts for Wicked Housewives on Cape Cod TV and radio on Facebook. Now here are your hosts, the Wicked Housewives on Cape Cod, Kathleen O'Keefe Canavas and Lori Boyle.
Welcome to the Wicked Housewives on Cape Cod. Today we're going to be doing Wicked Water, and there are so many health benefits to water, and the reason that Lori and I decided we were going to do this, and Lori's actually flying this plane today, so I'm going to be the sous chef, is because water's so healthy for us, and there are so many reasons why we need to drink so much more. Yet let's face it, it can be boring. Well, it's going to be boring no more. We're going to show you how to spruce that water up, and your kids are going to love it, your company is going to love it, and this is going to be such a pretty presentation on your table when you're serving dinner. And during the summer, serving water with a meal is really important because we get dehydrated. So another thing that I wanted to invite all of our guests to do is to see Lori and I on our Monday shows on New Earth International. You can watch us. It's Skyped in. We're not going to be cooking, but we are going to be doing talking, and we're going to have guests. And so we invite you to go to our Facebook pages. Mine is the Kat Canavas Show on Facebook, and you can just click the link at the top of the page and it will take you to my show, the Kat Canavas Show, where you'll get to see my guest and me. And Lori, your page?
My page is Lori Boyle Show, and you'll see my guests, and we have other shows there that you can click on as well. So we hope you'll visit.
So Lori, what are some of the benefits of drinking water? One of the reasons why we decided to do this show is because there are such incredible benefits to water.
Right. You know, I've been on a diet for about 3 years. So, but I have noticed that drinking water really helps me to lose weight. It keeps you full, you know. Sometimes you think you're hungry, but maybe you're just thirsty, and water can fill you up for the short time. But it's also really good for your skin. You know, Jennifer Aniston counts water as her biggest beauty secret, that she drinks a lot of water every day. And the other thing is it helps regulate your body temperature. You know, so you know, these women like have these hot flashes.
Yeah, you put that out from the inside out,
right?
Not from the outside in. Yeah, you've got to drink water.
Or if you're always cold, maybe you're dehydrated. That could be part of it.
Yes, you do get chills when you're dehydrated. And when I play a lot of tennis, I have to drink about 3 quarts of water a day. And it does. When I start to get chilled, when I'm hot outside, it's because I don't have enough water. And when I'm out in the desert playing tennis, you can actually brush the salt off of my skin, and it's brought out by the water. So you've got to replenish that water, and that is why water is so important. So our audience out there, we're so glad you're here with us today, and we're going to show you how to make water yummy again.
Right, we are. Oh, and speaking of exercise, you know, it helps with muscle cramps and sprains and things like that. So if you are exercising, it's a great idea to drink more water, not just because you sweat, but because you keep your muscles hydrated as well.
Right. And Lori and I put our hair up today just because we're cooking. We thought, you know, let's do something different. Let's keep our hair out of the food. So we've done this for you for cooking.
Yeah. So we're going to start with one infused water that's going to be, it's raspberry, lemon, and mint. And we have a little plate. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. So these flavors go really well together, and I've made all these before, so they do work. That was one of the problems with a lot of recipe books and things like that. You know, you do the recipe, it doesn't work. But we're going to show you right here that it does. So there are 2 ways to do this. So you can put this together with the fruit on the bottom, which is how this infuser works, and put the water in and put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours or so.
A little top?
Yeah.
A little top that goes on it? Look great in the fridge. It'll look great on your table, on your dinner table.
And I bought these at TJ Maxx, by the way, and they were like $12. So it's reasonable.
And it's like a lucite.
Yeah, it's like acrylic. It's not glass. So you can do it two ways. You can put the fruit in. You can put it in the refrigerator overnight if you want to do it that way, or you can muddle the mint and some of the other flavors, and it'll be ready in like 2 hours.
I like the muddling idea.
Yeah, we like fast.
We like fast.
Yeah,
we
so
like
that
muddled.
works. Yeah. So first we'll just take some raspberries, and we can muddle those. I have a
Where are we going to muddle them?
We got a mortar and pestle right here.
Put that right here.
Sure. While I'm doing that, if you want to cut the lemon up in some slices. And
is there any particular size you want the slices? Does it matter?
Not really, because we're just going to fill this up with the fruit.
Okay.
And see how that
So how's that for
goes.
size?
Good.
Bigger?
Perfect.
Good. Perfect.
So maybe if you want to put some of those on the bottom.
I just love the smell of lemon. Oh, especially in the summer. It just smells so fresh.
Yeah, everything is so fresh right now. All the fruit in the supermarket is so fresh.
It's so yummy.
Yeah.
Now, and it's so good for you. Fresh fruit. So what do you want me to do with the lemons?
So put a couple in the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, and now
So I'm putting 2 pieces of lemon in the bottom here.
And I'll just muddle that a little bit because we don't want it to look like jam.
Okay, do we want to show them?
Yeah, I just
there
did a
it
little
is.
bit.
Right, it's just muddled, mashed up just a little bit.
Okay, I want to put that in.
Oh, it smells good too. Soon as you start muddling the fruit, all of the fragrance, because they're so fresh, it just comes right out. It's so good.
Yeah. And then we can do some mint. And we
Looks
take
like
a few
heck
of
of
these.
a mojito already.
Well, we'll be doing wicked cocktails one
Yeah,
day.
we are. We're going to be doing wicked cocktails and get our little muddler going.
So we want to muddle the mint just a little bit. And really, I'm just pressing this down in this mortar and pestle with the...
You know, this is easy enough that you can actually let your children do it. You can let them help you there. You know, maybe you would want to slice the lemons, but and then, you know, you can let them muddle. Tell them, have fun. This is something you always love doing, muddling, so.
Yeah, so really, I mean, that's it. You really don't want to crush it too much because it'd just be too much flavor on the
so
mint.
pretty.
And you want them to...
Can you see how pretty that is, even just looking through here? See, the presentation is beautiful.
Yeah. So that'll be nice, and I think that will work. And maybe we can put those lemon slices on the top again.
Move this right over here for now, so we can really see that. My goodness, but your ring looks gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. My mom gave it to me. So here we are. Let's get just one more. And this particular one infuses from the bottom. There are different infusers, and some of them actually have something you put in the middle and then it infuses, one on the side. There's a whole bunch of them out there. So we're just going to take that. That's all we need.
And you know, using this instead of glass just in your refrigerator is fine, as long as you don't cook in plastic or freeze in plastic. But to use this as an infuser is just fine. You're not changing any temperatures drastically.
Right. So this is about 1.5 liters. So, and that's about how much water we have there bottled. So we'll want to pour that in here, if you want to.
Okay, just one. So these are...
Oh, well, that's 1/2 liter.
Okay. Even the water smells good.
Yeah, this will be really refreshing. And
We want another one?
Yeah, we want to fill that up.
Okay, one down. You know, I can smell the lemon still coming up out of the water already. So this is going to be just awesome.
Now, the other benefits of water are if you have a headache, sometimes you're dehydrated, and your brain is actually 90% water. So if you get a headache, try a glass of water, and it also helps with your immune system.
Right.
to hydrate your whole immune system.
It flushes dead cells, bacteria out of your body. Also, you know, one of the things that happens a lot in the summer because you're perspiring so much and you're losing so much water is you can become constipated.
Right.
So that's one of the ways you may know that you're not drinking enough water. You know, what's happening with your body, and like Lori said, relieves headaches. If you're getting a headache in the summer, maybe it's sinuses, but maybe it's also because you're not quite drinking enough water. And I know that when I'm playing tennis, by the time I'm thirsty, it's too late. I need to be hydrating before I ever get thirsty.
Right, that's a good idea as you exercise, especially outside in the sun and all that. And it was 123 degrees in Palm Springs yesterday. That's hot.
When I left
really hot.
a couple of days ago, it was 120. It was, and we left at 5:30 in the morning, and my husband's going, "Why are we leaving at 5:30 in the morning? It's so early." And I said, "Well, because Lori used to fly 747s, and she said that when the runway gets that hot, the planes won't leave." And guess what, guys? The rest of the flights were canceled. They not only didn't leave, the planes coming in did not land.
Yeah,
but we got out.
That's right.
Because
good.
we had Lori.
You went early, so that was really good. Well, now we're going to just put this in the refrigerator, and we'll be back in 1 second. We're going to make some ice cubes.
Don't go away. We've got tricks.
Okay, I'm back. Now we're going to do some ice cubes to match our water, so that when you put them in your glass, they melt, and it doesn't make the flavor, it doesn't dilute the flavor.
And it's pretty.
Yeah, and it's pretty too.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we can take the lemon, we have lemon left, and really the rind is kind of what we want, I think. We can do it either way. And then we can put some mint in it as well, and then fill up the ice tray with water. So I just did the rind because it was so pretty and yellow.
And it gives you lots of color in your drink. Again, even if you're using your infused water, you've got the colors in there, and it looks like summer. So it's pretty. We like pretty.
We like pretty. We like fast.
We like tasty.
Yeah, we like all of that. So if I put that in, sort of, you know,
and you can do this with anything. You can use any of your favorite fruits or vegetables, anything that you want to maybe accentuate your table. If you've got the table decorated a certain way, you can use those colors in your ice cubes. And people are going, well, who would do that? You've got to make ice cubes anyhow, right? So just take a second and drop maybe a couple pieces of lemon rind in there. Maybe you've got some slices of lemon in your glasses on the table, or you're just going to use the infused water. It's that extra little second that you took doing something that's going to make your guests go, wow, she really cares about me.
Yeah, the fun is in the details.
That's right. So is the devil. Okay, so
then
so I'm just going to kind of hold this up so you can see in the camera. There it is.
There we go. So we just put all the lemon in there.
All in the little
and then
ice
we're going
cube.
to go for a little bit of
and I know most of you have automatic ice makers in your freezers, but you can always make additional ones this way. Just, put your regular ice in there and then just top it with these. You don't have to make as many.
Yeah, you don't have to put all of these in one glass. You can just put a mixture.
It'll be pretty. It'll be pretty.
Yeah.
Again, it's all about looks. You don't believe me? Look at the makeup industry.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, almost ready.
And it smells really good.
Can you smell it?
It smells so good. Oh, it smells like a mojito.
So now we need a little more water.
A little more water? Okay, so I'm just going to add some water.
So let's show them that again.
So it's so pretty. The yellow and...
you see that?
Can you see that? There
we go.
And let's look.
There you go.
See, lemon. You could use oranges. if you wanted, if you had orange, if you have orange, let's say you have yellow roses on your table, then you put the yellow ice cubes in. Let's say you've got blue roses on your table, put blueberries, you know, just, and people are gonna go, my gosh, what'd you do? Stay up all night thinking this stuff up? Sometimes. Sometimes.
No, you can just watch our show.
So we're just
We'll
gonna
show you
add
the
a little water.
shortcuts.
And it doesn't matter, like, you know, we were talking about, well, we had this on the bottom. When you add the water, it floats.
Right, so when the ice freezes, it'll be in the middle. So it'll be pretty. That's
Perfect.
great. Perfect.
Okay.
Got it. All right. So
All
we'll
right,
put
I
this
don't
in
know
the
if we
freezer.
can. Yeah, let me see. Can we get a shot of this without me spilling it everywhere? Do you think?
That camera?
There it is. You can kind of see it floating. It floated up to the top.
There we go.
Eventually,
All
we're going to
right.
get our camera that comes down here, and that'll be nice.
Well, through the magic of TV,
Okay.
we have ice cubes that are already done. So we'll be right back. Since we're talking about water, I have a little trick. And I did do it at home, and I hope it works here. So here goes. Here's a glass. Put the water in the glass. Fill it up pretty high. Okay. And then I'm going to take this piece of paper. There we go. I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to let go.
Oh my
The
goodness.
water stayed in the glass.
See, even paper likes water. Even the paper wants the water. That's how important our water is.
Worked.
Oh, how cool is that?
So that's my water trick. And you can amaze your friends with that. But our water's ready. And we have ice cubes. I pre-made these ice cubes. I did use raspberry and mint on those ice cubes instead of the lemon for these, but you know, you can change it around. It doesn't have to be
So if you've got
the
red
same
roses
thing.
on your table, you may want to use the raspberries, and it's beautiful. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
so pretty.
Look at that. It's just gorgeous.
Yeah, they came out so pretty.
That?
Yeah. And so we'll put a few in each glass.
And just loosen them up here.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, sounds like a perfect C to me. Okay, so how pretty is that? Look at that. You just see it right there in your glass.
Looks great.
And we have the infused water, which is going to be really delicious too.
There you go.
Let's show.
Here we go.
Look at how beautiful that is.
That looks really pretty.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so
Cheers.
cheers. And you get to eat the ice cube. So
That's right.
make sure you join us next time, Wicked Housewives on Cape Cod, when we're going to be doing some more things with water, because water is that important. And you know, water's a commodity now. We're running out of it in a lot of parts of the country. When I was in California, water is really scarce, and there are a lot of forest fires, and they can't really put them out. They can only contain them till they hopefully burn themselves out, because there isn't water to spare to actually put them out. So when you're drinking your water here on Cape Cod, think about how wonderful it is, how crystal clear it is, and how good for you it is. Until next time, have a great, great week.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you for joining Lori Boyle and Kathleen Cat O'Keefe Cannabis on Wicked Housewives on Cape Cod. Don't forget to like us on Facebook for our show updates, and join us next time when we showcase more everyday heroes.